Well, it's Christmas Eve. I got all my Christmas shopping done. I gotta go buy some groceries here in a little bit. But I decided to take a quick stop at Miss Corey's mom's, where her mother was gracious enough to let me keep my Scout parts car here. I have a pleasant surprise for myself in that there is absolutely no rocker left worth anything on the passenger side. This side has some surface rust and a little bit up there, but I think I can cut out a good chunk of that with the floor in order to get what I need for my other Scout. Other honest assessments, the rear quarters aren't in horrible shape. There's some rust on there, there's some rust there, but when I get around to doing the rust, maybe I can utilize some of that. The front fenders, the driver's side's okay, the right side's in bad shape. I think it's just the opposite on my other truck. Inner fender wheels are in decent shape. Grill shell, I think mine is better. But my big surprise, it's a little rough walking around here in this boot, but the big surprise is the lack of rust on my top. Yeah, I need windows. Yeah, it does need some work. I'm not going to walk around to it. Maybe I will. The hinge for the tailgate, which the tailgate is here, has glass, has the struts. I got the other windshield because I didn't know if mine would line up with the mounting holes on here or not. In one of the Facebook groups, I found somebody who has patch panels to repair that. But the pleasant surprise was on the driver. It's got rub marks. Sorry, it's going to go upside down. There's no rust. Let me walk it around here a minute. In the bottom of the door, there's surface rust, but nothing poking all the way through. I will have to figure out how to get those hinge plates out, but it's like the top is in really good shape, inside and out. Yeah, this ladder rack has supports on the inside, but there's no rust. Nothing worth speaking of. Okay, all right. This is kind of getting me a little winded. It's a lot of activity for somebody still in a boot, which, here. Oh boy, I'm gonna, in a boot. Anyway, that's a quick update. You know, it's Christmas Eve. I've had a little luck with this, and I think I got enough parts off the part truck, the body, to be able to do what I need to do with my good truck. I keep telling myself I'm going to make the thing run roadkill style. You know, doesn't have to run right, just has to run, and then we'll make it look pretty later. Although I'm pretty sure roadkill doesn't generally make things look pretty afterwards. I would like it running and driving so I can cruise it next summer. Which, give me a minute, I got to go show you my new parts truck. Donor truck, we'll call it. Hang on, I'll be right back with you. So like I said, I'll be right back with you. And here I am in not the donor truck, which is right over there. No. 2001 Silverado, mainly as a engine and transmission donor when I thought I was going to be using the factory Scout chassis and run the Jeep axles that I started to work on. And then I saw a video showing I think a 66 or a 67 Scout 800 that was sitting on 68 Thunderbird front suspension and rear axle, and it sat not really low to the ground, but it was a cruiser, 2-wheel drive. He had a 283 in it and a I can't remember what transmission. I think it was an automatic. Anyway, doesn't really matter. I can't drive a stick shift because of my ankle issues. With it fused, it's going to be, you know, in one position forever. I can't heel and toe shift anymore, so it's not a safe thing to do anymore. Well, that led me down the rabbit hole of chassis swaps, and you can alter the length of a S10 chassis. There's a splice like right under the driver's seat, basically in the frame, and the factory made different lengths based on wheelbase for trucks and stuff like that. And it turns out the Blazers also have that. I could not find an affordable 2-door here in Utah. They're like gold. They're very popular, especially the 4-wheel drive ones, and they look good. But the wheelbase on the S10 Blazers is 100.5 inches. The wheelbase I need for the Scout is 100. And the 4-doors, it's 107. I got to cut 7 inches out of... Oh, wait, well, I'm going to apologize for the wind. I'll do a quick walk around, and then I'll go stand in the garage and finish this conversation. So, anyway, it runs. And yes, it's a V6. It is a 1999 4-door. It has the 4.3. It has a 4L60E. It is 4-wheel drive, and I chose that on purpose. But I'm glad to see that it still runs after everything we did. This might get interesting. Hang on. Okay. So what I have is, and I apologize for the wind, it is a 99 4-door S10 Blazer. It's not in bad shape overall. The price was right. Yeah. So it's a little breezy out here. I do have the donor truck still running, because I hadn't driven it for a while because of my ankle and my surgery. So here's where I'm at. I need to find a 2-wheel drive transmission for that 4.3 liter. I'm using a 4-wheel drive chassis because, well, it gives me adjustable ride height with those factory torsion bars. It's not going to stay there, is it? Oh, come on. Anyway. I need to put this on a tripod, I think. Anyway, for the time being, I'm just going to talk. The price was right. I've got a complete vehicle to pull everything off of. The body, I can probably recoup my cost by selling off the body to the junkyard. I'm not going to spend the time trying to part it out. I'm not going to spend the time trying to sell bits and pieces. It's not worth my time. If somebody wants a part, they can have the whole thing. All I need is everything under the hood and the chassis, and clean it up, yank out the front drive train, the front differential, cut down the axles. I'm sure those are pretty toasty. Cut those down to be just stub shafts so I don't tear the bearings up, and set the engine back a couple inches. I know some people don't, but I'm going to. Never mind the pile of parts over there for the ZJ Grand Cherokee project. I've got a pile of parts over here in the corner that is both ZJ and Scout. Anyway, there's a quick update. It's Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope the new year brings wonderful things for everybody. It's been a rough year for me, and I hope it brings me a good year as well. I do have to make light of one little issue that my sister hit me with back in May. She hit my Jeep with a sticker, and that sticker is Uranus Fudge in Uranus, Missouri. And you know, I get so many comments about that. It's not even funny. Anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you all have an amazing couple of days. I hope you all get to spend it with the family and the friends and the people that are around you that are meaningful. Anyway, y'all take care. I love you. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Be kind and patient with yourself. Love you. Roger out.